All right, everyone, welcome to my channel. I've been on YouTube for quite some time. I have so many different like compartments on my channel already. I wanted to introduce like more so of a lens for like my fashion takes. Not much of a takes, but just more so community. Like a few reasons why I wanted to create a video as such is just to get in tune with like my community and even like develop a community. I'm still a bit shy about it, but I'm not that really established on Instagram, but I do have like a decent following that fuck with me or whatnot. To also like just be more committed to my aesthetic. I've been like really pushing myself and staying disciplined for a while, and just to like show off the capsule I put together for the winter. So what I put together, like I've been buying things here and there, but in terms of just wearing a few items, I have been committed to that since at least for this fall winter capsule that I put together since Octoberish, like when it started to get cold. But I have a fair amount of outfits I put, despite the number of items I have committed to. The items are like for the most part right there. I am gonna add a portion of this video where I show off like some outfits, maybe in the form of like a video or even just post some outfit pictures that I took from then to now. Um, so if you know me well enough, and for the people who don't know me, I tend to lean towards Rick Owens a lot. I've been wearing Rick since 2012, 2013. I think 2012 is kind of like when I like put one foot in, had one foot out, and I was just like, all right, let me give it a try. And I got some Geo baskets, which is probably, I want to say, like my all-time favorite sneaker, shoe, boot, however you would describe it, just because of one, the comfort and the longevity. Plus, the design was just like so unique at the time. Thinking back to like 2012 me, it's kind of wild. But looking back, I was just like, yeah, I'm glad that I did that. I got some notes with me here as well, just so I stay on track. Um, but I wanted to like first discuss um, like my favorite seasons, right? And I want to say it's Plinth, just because that introduced me to like not only Rick, but like just doing the research on the brand and the aesthetic or whatnot, and just not go out there blindly. And I have done that too. I have some fits where I look back, I'm like, damn, I was just wearing anything, right? But it made me do a lot more research, so I think I got a bias or like soft spot that I'm sorry for that season. So I'll say Plinth is one of my faves. My second fave, I want to say is Moody one, because that's my last name. Nah, but just because I feel like that season um, brought a lot more diversity to the brand. I remember seeing it was the collab. I think yeah, it was a collab with Adidas for that season, and I know ASAP Rocky had worn a pair of the Adidas runners to Paris Fashion Week, and I seen it on. I want to say it's Vogue. I forgot what section of the Vogue app or whatever. But I was hype. I was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was hype about it. And then even the runway, I know for the women's collection, they had a lot of like black and brown people, and that was like really important. Also for the men's collection as well. So I feel like that kind of helped me with the balance that I was going to, because I was always like a sneaker dude, but now I'm more of a, you know, more of a luxury boot kind of guy, if that makes sense. But that season allowed me to like kind of like bridge the gap, because they had the sock runners, and I had the brown colorways, and then the black and gray runners or whatnot. And then soon thereafter, I got the black and white. What do they call those? The black and white, they're runners, but they're kind of like the sleeve that goes up into the knee. I forgot what they call. So I'll move on from that. I want to say, what other seasons do I like? I want to say Larry. Larry is kind of like, it reminded me honestly of like, this is when I first got introduced to Tyrone, actually, because I didn't know about him much before that season. And I feel like that season, like Rick and Tyrone kind of wild out, kind of remind me of like Heidi's 200. I said 200. Sorry, 2013 YSL. What collection is that? I think it was a fall winter where they had just fire piece after fire piece after fire piece. I feel like that. Oh man, that Larry was it was hitting, and I got like some cargo pants from there, and oh man, that's one of my favorite seasons. Um, Two of my underrated seasons that I surprisingly got a lot of pieces from is from Performer and Luxor. Those two, like just the runway itself, like the industrial setup. At least for me, that's what I interpret it as. It was just an amazing like runway show, but then the pieces as well. Like the pieces, they had me stuck. And there's this Performer jacket that I have. I knew it was going to hit, but I didn't know it was going to hit the way I expected to hit once I got it. Because like once I wore it, it was like, oh man, who is this fashion guy? You know? No, but it's literally my favorite. I can go out on a limb and say it's my favorite jacket. But besides like my favorite underrated and most biased seasons, I think glitter was probably like the most important for me as someone who wanted to dress. And this is like I think glitter was 2017 if I'm remembering correctly. I think it's fall winter 2017. It kind of planted the seed of how I ultimately wanted to dress. But when you're like just trying new things and trying different aesthetics, is like, all right, what is going to be the blueprint? And I felt like glitter was a blueprint for me in terms of like how I wanted to dress, how I wanted to like feel, look. And the glitter boots was something that I saw, and I'm like, damn, I remember they were like 6,000, at least the pair that I wanted, the one with the wooden bottom or whatnot, the wooden sole, sorry. So I wanted those, and I was like, all right, this is how I want my closet to look. This is how I want to dress. This is how I want to embrace just like my overall like presentation. So I feel like that was really important because it helped with like long-term thinking, if that makes sense. Like I was foreseeing myself dressed that way as I continued to gain confidence. I just didn't have the confidence at the time, to be honest. But a little about me. Ironically, a lot of people think that I work in fashion, but I'm actually into I work in behavioral health, and I'm also into like social work and human rights. But I do have like a real love for fashion. I'm not really like a fashion like mogul or like insider, if that makes sense. But I'm really honed in on fashion. I really like it. I do a lot of research, but nothing major, nothing outside of anyone who doesn't, research fashion or whatnot. I really just hyper focus on things that I actually like and not necessarily try to know everything about every brand, just the ones that I really care about. About my aesthetics is mostly black these days. I do like tamper into like other brands or whatnot, but I kind of like wanted to make this video like more focused on like the avant-garde, or at least like Rick Owens pieces that I have and that I've been wearing this fall winter. So I just feel like wearing all black kind of like just makes me feel like visible but invisible at the same time. It's funny saying that while also living in New York City, because everybody is like the main character, quote unquote, or whatnot. But it's a weird but like satisfying feeling. So yeah, I just matter of fact, let me just get on to the pieces. I'm not gonna like get up and go grab the pieces. What I would do is I'll add like some pictures and maybe even a video of some of the outfits that I put together. I can show off the boots though, because they're right here to my right. But I do, as I want to discuss like the pieces or whatnot. Maybe some people will know off top just based on like hearing the name of the piece, they'll know or whatnot. But again, I'll also highlight that at some point in this video. So as far as jackets, I've been wearing that one right there, and that's the new like long jacket. It's actually corduroy. It's one of my favorites. I remember the first time I wore it was to this trip to Amsterdam. When was it? 2021, I believe, and that was with my homeboy Billy, and I wore it then, and I was like, oh man. I mean, I tried it on plenty of times or whatnot, but I'm one of those people who like buy things, and the first thing I envision in terms of like outfit is like when I'm on vacation, you know. So I did buy that back in 2021. So that's the jacket. That was like my go-to jacket. But my other jacket, especially when the weather is like, you know, like a warm 45 and up. Well, nah, I'm beasting. A warm 50 and up, especially in New York City. I wear the Luke Stooges biker jacket. It's a bit regular. It's the regular size. I also have the oversized joint in my closet. I just been saving it for no apparent reason, but I am gonna get a wear out of it. As far as, so those are the two jackets that I just bounce back and forth in between. As far as like shirts, there's literally maybe about 4 or 5 shirts. Like this is a double layer Rick Owens shirt. The color is gray, but it's, yeah, I guess it's gray, whatever. But I also wear the white one and the black one. But I've been wearing the black and white like long sleeve rib shirt. And then there's this brand that I discovered 2020, I think. But I've been there more recently. When was the last time I've been there? Maybe about a month ago, and I picked up this. What was it? Was it a hat? It was a hat, and then like basically a beige T-shirt or whatever. But before then, I had picked up this V-neck that's like now part of like my capsule. But it's from this brand called Shop Entitled. They're located on or around like West 4th Street. I'm not gonna advertise them and put their website in the bio or whatnot, but the name of the brand is Shop Untitled or whatnot. One of the boots that I said that's on my list that I don't have to my right is actually in my closet, and I just might fuck around and get up and get it just so y'all know that I actually have it. But if you don't believe that I have it, just look at my shorts video. I did upload a shorts video yesterday of the boot, but they're the biker ballast boots. I fuck with them heavy. Yeah. I love those boots. But on my list, let me just put down my notes so I can pick up these boots. I'll start with my knee-high Bogan boots. Bogan, however you choose to pronounce it, is on you. Don't really mind me if I butcher it, but yeah. So these are a more so boot that I can kind of wear for like any occasion. To be honest, I've worn these to like parties. I've worn these just like to be out and about. I most recently wore these when I was in LA the entire trip. I'll say these are one of like my more diverse boots or whatnot. So I wear them quite frequently, and then sometimes when I go on like vacation, I just want to bring one pair of shoes. I bring those just because they're like I can pull them off at the airport. Kind of annoying because TSA be sizing me up or whatever, but it's cool. But I bring those, and my feet don't hurt after walking in like 8-9 days. I remember when me, Papa, and Billy were in Tokyo. I put in 30,000 steps with those boots on, and I'm like, hey, it's just the vibes. Whatever. Then my second, third actually. My third boot is the Turbo Dunks, the Dark Shadow Turbo Dunks, the hoof joints. Remember they came out. What year was that? 09, I want to say. It's 2009. The original hoof dunks came out. I had the other hoof dunks, not the leather joints, but is it polyester material? I had those, and then I ended up selling them on Grailed. I don't regret selling them, but typically I keep everything that I buy just because I don't buy to resell or anything like that. I actually enjoy my items or whatnot. But these, I wore this January 2022. It was like Paris Fashion Weeks. I wasn't like going into any events or anything like that. I'm still a nobody at this point. But yeah, I mean, I was out there at that time and I wore these, and these were not only super comfortable, but I love the design. And for some reason I feel like extra confident in these these sneakers. But yeah, I just love the look. I love the whole idea of the sneaker. I wear them. aiming for weekly, but sometimes I don't really get out the house enough to wear them that much. But those are like one of my favorite dark shadow sneakers. And then last on my list, which I haven't worn enough, I told myself I was gonna wear them a lot, even if I just gotta go to the store, go run some errands, go to the supermarket. Is my cargo baskets, right? As you can see, they're still like material, still, can't say almost new, but I've worn these a grand total of maybe like 4 or 5 times, and I told myself I'm gonna wear these more, just because I like the vintage aesthetic, and I feel like a lot of people forget about like the grunge aesthetic behind Rick Owens. That was the look. The beat up shoes has always been the look. I think a lot of people now look at Rick and feel like everything has to be like brand new and fresh, and they forget about like the grungy look that makes the aesthetic even more. It just makes the aesthetics even like more profound or whatnot. But that's one thing that I want to do today, is continue to wear these every day. I've had these before. Like I said earlier on, I was just going through the trial and error. Like, oh shit, do I like it? I remember I wilded out one time on Essence. I bought this one week, right? And then the following week, I think the sale was gonna end, and I ended up buying all black geo baskets and then the all black cargo baskets. And I'm like, man, what am I doing? But it was just like after the fact, how like when you first like indulge into like a new brand, or you like the aesthetic, you just like go overboard. So that's what I was doing. I was going overboard with the cargo baskets. But overall, I do love this shoe. I actually gonna wear them today. So that's that. I don't know. I feel like I'm neglecting those, but those are one of my favorites as well. As far as like pants, I have these like polyester like cargo Bella trousers, and those are like my go-to. I typically wear them every time I damn near wear my Bogan boots, or like the Hoof Turbo Dunks or whatnot. Then I also have these I think they call like black bias bootcut jeans from the Dark Shadow label. Those, oh man, I finally messed up because they always drag. I always had like heel drag, but this past weekend when I was in LA, someone stepped on the back of my pants and ripped them way more than I wanted them to. Like ignorant me turned around and I was like, "Come on, dog!" But it is what it is. Those are like, I want to say like right now, probably for this last like year. Yeah, I'll say like a last year to about like 15 months has been my favorite pants. I know people are tired of seeing me in them, but I really don't care. So it's whatever. And then I also have these like crop trousers. I have them on right now. Couldn't even get my leg up. Oh, that nigga. I have these crop trousers on, and those are like my go-to. Like wear them to meet up with friends, wear them to the museum, wear them when I don't want to flex too much. But yeah, those are like my main pieces. I feel like it's almost necessary now to show y'all how that looks on body, just because I feel like you can't really get a feel with me just describing everything. But maybe I'll add some pictures around this video or something like that. But yeah, but really, I just want to thank you all for tuning in, those who lasted this long. But I am going to add more videos, even a little bit more frequently, of like some items that I got. Yeah, so looking forward to like building and joining community out here. So if anyone can recommend me anyone that maybe have like similar style, or even are interested in the same aesthetic, just like let me know. Like I follow back, I engage. So I'm all about community. But thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and talk to you all later. Peace.